Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Storm Shadow. Now I gotta say, I've waited a long time for this. Shout out to Mike, shout out to KJ, shout out to everybody who put me on, because I have a bunch on pre-order, but I got this one from CMD, I got one from coming from Mike. Now Mike, hear me out. Don't be judge me, alright? You know I love Storm Shadow as much as you do, so this is for you. Yo, I gotta say, me and Jess were sitting here talking about it. I freaking love Storm Shadow, yo. But this one right here hits a little different because I don't know who invented the idea of commercializing ninja and like putting ninja in a paramilitary group to fight them because it sounds utterly ridiculous. But that idea has stuck with me my whole life and I love it. I love everything about it. So we're gonna get started on your boy Tommy, aka Storm Shadow. As you can see, he looks really, really good. And by now, I think everyone has seen E. Rivera's and Robo's. And by the time mines go up, you'll see it after Justice probably. But yeah, man, I love this figure. Yeah, just looks really good. He has a solid look to him. He's pinless on top of that. He's matted out with a nice coat of white. As you can see, it shows very vibrant up on my camera. And this is part of the reason why I really wanted to get into my DSLR stuff, because it really shows just how vibrant and cool it is. Now, in terms of our look, we have like was it DIC? I don't know if it's following the more animation look or otherwise, but either way, I'm here for it. The wraps with the guards is modernized just a little bit. We have our bandolier, we have our tied knot, but it's also like a martial arts. It's also like a paramilitary belt here. So yeah, articulation wise, I'm going to have a blast. So let's show it off. Our head can go up, and we have a nice view going up, as you can see here. We can even look down just a little bit. We can get expressive by looking side to side. I think the only drawback here is going to be like our hood, from pulling our hood down, is going to drift with our neck. So that's going to be a problem for some, but not too much, right? Our bandolier is movable, so that's not too much of an issue. Our arms can hit a T-pose. And as Robo showed me, shout out to Robo for that, we can go a little bit further up and get a Y pose as well, right? We do have a butterfly joint here, and I really do wish the butterfly joint was a little deeper, but for what we get in terms of movement, it's so good, right? We do have bicep swivel, and we are double jointed. Our wraps can rotate as well. Now, Storm Shadow has two vertical joints on his wrist, which allow like a trigger hand, right? Because our right hand is actually a bow carrying, arrow holding hand, but can also hold weapons. And this one is a trigger hand. I think the only thing slowing down the G.I. Joe Classified line is really the fact that we don't get alternate hands. Because honestly, Storm Shadow with martial arts hands would be amazing. Imagine Commando Snake Eyes or like salute hands or pointing hands for like Flint in them. So I think that's the only thing that's pretty much slowing us down at this point. As you can see, we also have a ball joint here for our waist. Sorry, not our waist. For our belt here. So as you can see, you can rotate it around just a little bit. This can actually move around too. So if you wanted to sit at the back or rotate closer to the front, you totally can. As far as our ab crunches forward really, really well. We also have a ball joint that allows you to have some rocker movement. Now, I'm gonna show off some martial arts stuff here. I wouldn't say martial arts, sorry. I'm gonna show off some poses here. Now, what's really crazy is our leg articulation is really nice. We can hit that 90-degree. We have a thigh swivel. We are pinless at the bottom too, so we have a double joint. We have our wraps with boot movement, and we have excellent, excellent ankle pivot. Now, I think that Arctic Mission one is where we would have had a nice start for Storm Shadow had he had some boot swivel. But because we did not have that, I feel like we were robbed of a really good starting point Storm Shadow. But this one, in my opinion, really does make up for it in terms of movement. Like, look at this. Look at this. Just right out the gate, really posed up so nicely. Look at that. As far as like stuff like martial arts kicks and things like that, let's see if we can rotate. Now, I think my thigh joint is actually really kind of tight, but because it was moving last night, but now it's all like not moving. But let's see. Like, look at that. Right? We have a beautiful kick. Let's see if that can balance. It sounds crazy, but I feel like it can. Right? I know I could do it. Hopefully y'all rooting me on too. No, we can do this. We can do this. Look at that. It's not the best pose, but I'm just saying, look. Right? Then we have stuff like, man, I don't give a hell. I'll be posing at the hell out of this. So just look at this. Like, this really cool poses that we can get right out of the gate with Storm Shadow. I love the idea of this. This is so great. Now, before we do anything else, what we are going to do is we're going to talk about what Storm Shadow comes with as I continue to pose him up and look really cool, right? I really hope you guys enjoy the photos at the end because I'm going to try to go crazy with him, right? So now we're going to talk about the accessories. So let's take a second to do that. Let's take a quick pause, have a drink of water. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about accessories. So let's get to it. I pretty much have most of his accessories bundled together, but the first thing I want to talk about is our hood, right? He actually does come with a hood piece, so we can pull our hood up. And I put it on my second Storm Shadow so we could just see what that's like right out the gate. And I think this was a nice addition, but it doesn't cut it for me, and that's just because I don't ever really see my Storm Shadow with his hood up, so that's not a big deal for me. But it does sit nicely if you're looking forward. I think our biggest issue is trying to get some sort of emotion out of it, like turning to the side, and this is where it becomes a little bit of a bummer. But still, a nice addition, but not for me. Then we have our weapons that he comes with, and I have them all bundled together, which is really cool. I like that they took the time to kind of sort that all out. Now here is our backpack set. So we will have 2 swords, we have our arrows, and we have our bow. We also have a singular arrow that we can actually take out of the quiver, and I think that's dope as hell. When we take our bow off, this is our bow. It is not a compound bow. It looks more like a classic traditional bow, but I guess it's modernized. So I wouldn't say traditional. This is a modernized bow, I should say. That was the right choice of words. And then we have our Rashikage symbol, our arrows like we said, and then we have a long and short sword, which is a katana and a, god damn it, I lost my train of thought and can't figure out the word now. No. God, I knew the word for short sword and now I can't remember it. So forgive me, y'all. But we do have them. One really nice symbol is that you actually have the snake heads. Let me see if I can actually get a nice focus on that. Let me see. There we go. We can see that there are snake heads for the handles. That's pretty dope. And then let's take a look at what it looks like on Storm Shadow, so we get a nice look of him geared up before we actually get into photos. So I'm gonna put the swords back. Right? His bandolier can be removed. It's not like attached to him or anything. So let's actually line this up before I look like a crazy person, right? And now Storm Shadow, in my opinion, looks even cooler than he looked before. And we can actually still store his arrow on his back. So my man can come mission ready at any time. This is dope. This is a solid toy, and I can see everyone's excitement for it because I am genuinely excited for this. This is outrageous how cool this is. So, without further ado, I guess now we get ready for the super fun part of our size comparisons. So I'm going to stand him up off camera, get ourselves ready, get ourselves prepared, and let's get to it. Oh, by the way, before I go, like I said, this is our arrow hand. So we actually can fit the arrow in between the 2 fingers, or we can do it this way, as if he's holding it this way. Oop, where we go? There we go. Sorry. I'm out here tripping. I did it earlier, and it's always when I'm on camera I look like a crazy person. There we go. So we can actually hold it in between the 2 figures. Fingers, not figures. But yeah. So you have you have options. And there I go looking crazy on camera. But you know what I mean, damn it. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, now we have the part with the size comparison. So, first things first, let's do some Storm Shadows. I have the Arctic Mission Storm Shadow. I have modded mine, so he's a little bit shorter than his original version. Cut some stuff up, added some leg parts. So here's our Arctic Mission version, right? Standing next to him. Then we have our movie version. So as you can see, we have some differences here. I like all 3, but each one comes with a different thing. Like I needed this boot swivel to make this guy really worth it, at least for me. Oh, and you're curious about if the Arctic Mission stuff works on Storm Shadow, here we are with the here we are with the look of the Arctic Mission stuff on my extra Storm Shadow. So you have the look there, so you can see what it looks like. It's actually a pretty good look. Let's take this guy away. Next up, we'll compare some more Joes and some other stuff and other lines. So here we are with Zartan. Then we have an Arashikage Red Ninja, which I'm pretty sure everyone's going to do with the Arashikage, right? Then we have, very important, because Firefly, at some point in continuities, depending on which one you read, Firefly and Storm Shadow got a lot of beef too. So here we are with Firefly and Storm Shadow, right? Then we have your main man, 50 grand, V1 version of Snake Eyes, right? We're definitely going to have our beef photos for these two. Let's actually get this guy to stand. I may have worn out all his joints, right? Then we have Commando Snake Eyes, which I really want these two to go at it. I like the idea because this gives me my IDW version ideas with these two. Take those guys away. Next up, we have Scarlet. I really like Scarlet. I want another version with our double joints. That's going to be so dope. Right? Now we're going to mix and match some other lines. Ooh, what can I do first? Ooh, before I forget, throw my main man Spirit in there because I'm going to review him soon. Ooh, Spirit. Then we have Hasbro Lightning Collection Zeocog. So we can show some more Hasbro stuff next to each other. Then we have Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Also from Hasbro. 3 different teams making 3 different good products. I like the idea of this. Next up, we have Mezco Ichigo. He's on a Black Skull body. And in case you haven't seen him, the boys are in the background. Right? Last but not least, you got your main man, 50 grand Kuga. Oh, I did forget 2 things. 2 things. That's a Mythic Legion and a ninja, an AI ninja, and an Action Force. Actually, I forgot a few things. And since I don't have them out, we're going to take a quick break and add them here at the end. So, I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, because I forgot some stuff, we're going to add them in. We don't even have to make bonus content. So here we are, the Mythic Legions. Next up, we're going to do, Action Force Slaughter. Had to go grab your boy Slaughter. And I know the Classified one was announced, but I actually really like this Action Force version, as it captures that grim Slaughter face. Last but not least, I do have my original stand-in articulated icons ninja. He was my original Storm Shadow that I got, and I was super happy with him, and I'm super happy with the one I have now. So it's great that we have options. Options are always fun, and especially when you can explore them to their fullest extent, and I love to see that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking it out. Again, as I learned this new camera stuff, because it's looking real vivid right now, vibrant. Ooh, yeah. No, as you can see, I'm pretty excited, and it's put me in a good mood, because that's much needed. And I hope it's doing the same for you. I hope you're excited for this video. I hope you're excited, and I hope you go watch other people's videos and support other content creators, because this stuff is not easy to make. It's not. So, support those whose work you enjoy, and tell them you appreciate them, because it does go a long way, trust me. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, do that thing where you tell others about it too. So as always, be good, do good, drink your water, guys.